Hi there, my name is Agape. I'm a current Chevening scholar at the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, and I'll be sharing with you tips today on applying for your leadership essay. The first thing I would like to share with you is understanding what leadership is, especially in the Chevening context. Leadership is not carrying out a task, okay? If your job is to, for example, ensure that certain things in your office are done well, and you do that well every day, that is not exactly leadership. Leadership in the Chevening context is being able to influence, create a change. So if when you came into that office, the task was being done a certain way, maybe it was done manually, and then when you came, you noticed this and you say, no, why can't we automate? Rather than carrying these files, for example, with our hands from one office to another, why don't we create a Google Drive that is shared with all the departments? That is leadership. So you have to be really careful. Just saying, I'm an experienced banker, for example, or I work in this organization for 15 years and I've been doing a great job, does not show leadership. You have to show that you met something one way and you changed it to become a better version. So I think that's the first thing. Understand what leadership is about, and that's some of the things that I explain in the Chevening guide. The next thing about the leadership tip I'll give you about the leadership essay is choosing the right examples. So if you look at some of there's a document that helps you see the kind of examples that Chevening would love to see. So you want to see that you choose examples that are covered in various contexts as much as possible. I think one of the mistakes that prospective applicants make is they probably just give examples from their career. So first example is career, second example is career, third example is good, but it doesn't show a broad range of experience. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So you want to look at what different scenarios have you exhibited leadership in your career. That's a good way. Chevening favors voluntary organizations. Did you support any organization without any reward? Because that also shows that you're the kind of person that wants to give back. So that's important. Have you influenced processes? Have you done something that changed processes or influenced thoughts in your field? So a lot of introspection is important, and making sure that you give quality examples in your leadership essay. If you don't have some of those, if you don't have a very varied leadership experience, it's a good opportunity for you to get involved with NGOs, with organizations. Being part of it is not compulsory. Please don't get me wrong. Don't go and say I said that. But just make sure you are able to show them that you are someone who is able to take on responsibilities in various scenarios. That diversity is really, really important. Another tip I'll give you is try not to cramp so many examples, okay? Choose 2, 3, I would say no more than 3 examples, or 4 at the max if you are very, very good. No more than that. Choose quality examples that you can explain. That's really, really important. Choose quality examples that you can explain. Don't make them so much, but make them quality, make them strong. The other tip too is be able to quantify the impact, right? And that's what we talk about: show, don't tell, and then also the STAR approach, which are things I extensively covered. If you get the ultimate Chevening guide, I'm sure AFM Stories will put that in the link. But you have to give context. The reading committee doesn't know you. They may not even be in your field. So you may say, oh, we did this project that reached this number of people, but why is that important? Do you understand? So you have to give context. That's what showing means. So you want to first of all explain, and then that also ties into the STAR approach. What was the situation? Why is your project important? Why is the work you do in your organization important? Give context, right? So this is the number. Let's say, for example, you are a lawyer. Let's say, for example, you are a lawyer and you say, okay, this is the number of cases that are every year, 50,000 cases every year fail to get to court for trial within the record time. And this poses a challenge for human resources in prisons, on their family members. And then you work in a law firm where you now, created a process that helps your law firm process cases at a faster rate. So that gives some idea to why your work is now important. And then when you say faster rate, what does faster rate mean? There's no quantification. But if you say I increase the number of cases that we process from 5,000 every year to 10,000 every year through this new system that I created, and then somebody reading that can say, oh, this is what you actually did. So you really need to show, don't just tell. Give proper context, quantify, give metrics, numbers, percentages are your friend. Always make sure you find a way to put your work together in numbers and percentages. If you can't do that, that's fine. Just make sure you're able to explain why what you did is really, really important. And then the final tip I'll give for your leadership essay, please avoid ambiguous definitions of leadership in your introduction. Go straight to the point. You just have 500 words. Go straight to the point. If you want to, just a one-liner. If you must say something about what it is, just give a one-liner and then go straight to introducing yourself, your work, and then go on to explain your examples as you go. Of course, each is best that each paragraph is a separate example. Give each paragraph, as I said, so you have like an introduction, 3 examples. That's what I would recommend. 3 leadership examples, and then a brief conclusion. I think those are great tips you can apply for your leadership essay. For more in-depth analysis where I do explain this, please check the Ultimate Chevening Guide. Thank you.